Greetings, gamers! It is I, Gamer Monster, and today we're going to be taking a look at Illusion Connect. The game's been out for a few weeks and I've been playing it, so let's get to it. There's a lot here, so I'll try to be quick. First, the basics. The Illusion Connect is kind of an interesting game because it's almost like a smash up between an AFK game and a traditional gotcha game. You'll understand as we kind of go through everything. But let's start with the first and foremost is the combat. Combat is a bit interesting in this game. It's a real-time strategy. I'll just pop into one of the previous boards I've done here, and we'll just take a look. Interfight. All right, let's get that turned off. All right, so basically you have your enemy leaders head. Notice things are going on real time, but if I lose, that's fine. I'm trying to explain. You have your enemy leaders. The goal is to kill the enemy leader. Let's get somebody out here to heal me. As you play your characters, they do their special abilities and attack. Different types of characters do different things. Like Yuffie here is a AoE damage dealer. We can throw Saya out here to do some damage. Your energy down here, as you notice, it just keeps continuing to increase as you go, and that's what you use to summon your characters. And once you defeat the enemy leader, you win. It's pretty simple there. Although obviously in some of the harder stages things can get a little bit hectic and complicated. So the combat is interesting. I'm more of a turn-based type of player, so I don't hate this combat, but it's not my favorite either. Now luckily I've been able to basically just auto-combat my way through most things. But one of the nice things about this game is you only have to defeat stages once. If you notice that when I went to go into the fight, I have the option, because I've 3-starred it, I can enter the fight, or I can just raid it, spend my stamina, get the goodies. Alright, let's head back. And this is obviously story mode, and I do have to say this is one of the down points of the game for me. Is the translation on the story is just awful. And it's a shame, too. I mean, I know what's going on basically, but this game deals with real abstract concepts like dreams and reality and things like that. And so when you have a bad translation, it can get a little confusing at times. Like the storyline with quote-unquote Jack the Ripper and one of the characters, Hersey, I had no idea what was going on, other than they were fighting nightmares and trying to stop the dream, because the dreams basically spill out into reality and people are hurt and stuff like that. So I got the basic concepts, but the actual character story, I had no idea, and it's a real shame. I hate that so many of these games that come here basically just get passed over for translation. I don't know if they just have some internal person who, is not really that good at it, do it, or they just... I find it hard to believe that they actually pay a professional to make bad translations. But I digress. Because the aesthetic and the idea, I love mind games and stuff like that. Like the movie Inception, I thought was awesome, and so this game kind of has some of those layers, but it's not explained well. But in any case, I've been rambling on about that for too long. There's a lot here, so we need to get going, because this game has a ton of different modes. Part of the idle side of this game is you have your base that you build up, and you have all your little characters wandering around. But you'll notice, these little gold icons and crystal icons. Your base produces your experience, pots, crystals, and gold, your materials, idly for you as you go along. And you can build it up. In fact, I need to go ahead and get that being built. There we go. Now my little workers are on their cooldown now, so I have to wait until later. Okay. So you have that. Then we go to trials, and these are all sorts of different game modes. You have your daily trials right here, which basically the idea is to beat each stage in succession, and once you get an S rating on the stage, you can then rate it and get your daily goodies. And depending on which one you do, depends on what kind of goodies you get. Like this roof training is for experience pots, bounty mission is for gold, and witch's operation is for crystals. Then you have exploration. Now this is one of the kind of the manual type game modes. That is until you beat a stage, which I'll just go ahead and show you what I'm talking about here. I've already beat this stage, so I can have my characters be on auto, but as you can see, it's a game mode where you walk around the map. You have objectives, and sometimes you have to talk to people and do quests for them, and sometimes you just beat the monsters. And once you 100% a map, that's when you can go back and auto farm it like I'm doing now. But I'm going to quit out of that. Then you have Arcana or Illusion Corridor. This is kind of like a labyrinth mode that you've seen in other types of games. And you get one challenge per day. You can select which type of leader you want. I use a Nightmare Hunter because that's the one I normally use. And I'll just hit recommended team. Although, actually, now that I do that, I want to take out her. Add in Monkey. Yes. It puts in your quote-unquote most powerful, but some of these characters are getting bonuses because I upgraded them a lot, and I don't actually want them in my team, so I think that's pretty good. Start battle, and we'll just go through one here so I can show you how it works. It's the normal battle, however, you can, after 5 seconds, you can also just skip the battle. Victory, okay. See, now you get to select a buff after each win. We'll go with precision to do more damage. Then, this is the interesting part, you then get a selection of 3 characters. Usually it's 1 SSR, 1 SR, and then 1 R. Select, and select. So what you do with these other characters, I mean, yeah, you could just put them in your team if you wanted to, but the other thing you can do is use them to fuse characters. Like I could feed in this extra Maki into my original Maki, and I start filling up this bar here. When the bar fills up all the way, you get character shards, which are good for upgrading your characters, as you would expect. But they also get extra stats to help you fight the next battle. And of course, when you're fusing, you get bonus points for matching characters or matching their class and things like that. And you just keep going until you beat the boss and you get goodies. Alright, so that's Illusion Corridor. Then we have Dream Expedition, which is another kind of a step-up type of content where you're trying to push and beat the next stage and next stage as they get harder and harder and harder. And you and basically it's kind of divided into levels, so to speak. Like this, all 5 of these are one level. It's regional B, and then if I beat all of them, I go on to the next level. And when this is a week-long type of content, so after the reset, after the week ends, I could then raid my way up partially for what I had and then continue on. And to help you out getting through these, over time you accumulate these little crystals that, with 500 being the maximum, which increases the amount of damage you do. You also have recommended characters that do extra damage. Okay, so that's Dream Expedition. I haven't actually unlocked Nightmare Lab yet, so I don't know what that is. But the game also has PvP. It has this 10 Saints tournament, which is showing us basically the winners of the last one. I went ahead and entered and just didn't bother fighting just to get some extra goodies. You can fight your battles in fight your battles. Fight your friends in friend battle. And then your regular type of arena, which has the handy dandy little fast challenge button there. So you don't even have to bother getting into it. And you don't have to worry about it, because if you lose one of these, which I don't lose many of them, it doesn't take up your challenge ticket, because each fight takes a challenge ticket. And then as you beat these, as I got my 3rd one here, I've unlocked the first chest, gotten some extra goodies at 6, and then 10, get even more goodies. And of course, you get points that increase your rank, which give you goodies at the end of each season. All right, so there's Arena. Obviously, you do have login bonuses and things like that. You can get like these right here. Actually, as you complete stages, you get goodies, and of course, if you purchase one of their packs, you get even more goodies. Okay, that's right. We'll talk about Leader. As you play through the game, you will actually unlock different classes for your leader. I am using my Nightmare Hunter here because it fits with the characters that I have in my team. And not only can you unlock these different classes, and the classes have different abilities, but then you can also upgrade them to give you better stats. These are all the different characters. The way you upgrade characters is you have your level, which then requires you to basically get upgrade materials, which I can't get any more of these right now, to basically limit break them to allow you to get higher levels. Each character has an ability that they use when they come into battle. Then they have an ability that they have a percentage chance of using. Then they have their basic attack. And they also have these special passives and things like that that are based off of various things. Like in the case of Kiraya here, Lionheart, when she basically, when you pop her down, she grants a 40% HP shield, and the enemy's rage restore decreases by 60% for 10 seconds. This can only happen if you have at least 5 light or healing class partners. But in addition to your levels, you could also upgrade their lenses. This is where your character shards come into play. To get to the next lens, which is of course basically, star rating, I need 120 of her shards. I only got 49 so far, and then that fills in kind of the outline of a star. And then to get the second step to actually get the full star rating, you have to basically sacrifice other shards, which can come from any other character, or special dust called mirror dust. And then there is gear on top of it. And gear can also be upgraded. And it has different rarities, as you can see. So that's how you do all your character upgrades. And one of the nice things about these style of games is that you're not limited to just 3 or 4 of your characters. As you can see, as you go through the game, you can unlock enough slots that you can get 10 characters. And that's just kind of the way the game is designed, being a strategy game. And when you get into a fight, you have 4 options down below, as you saw when I was fighting earlier, and those are kind of randomized on which characters are there. So there is a little bit of RNG element to things, and you just use your characters until you've used them all, or you win. And once you use them all, then you can start using like buffs to help your team that is still around. Whew. Okay. Well, that looks like that's about it. There are other little, small things that the game has, like other types of AFK games. As people progress through the game, everybody gets rewarded. That's what this little news thing is. You would think it would be, news about the game, but no, it's news about who gets the higher areas. You can see here the people who are in the number 1 slots and all that kind of thing. And as people get up there, the little treasure chest icon will be here, and you can collect rewards. Obviously, there's friends. Friends actually send you stamina, which is pretty cool, rather than just like little friend coins that don't give you much. There's obviously quests. You have, that's right, they also have the album here, which this game has affinity. You can give gifts and go on dates with your characters and things like that to increase their affinity. And as you do so, you unlock more of their story, their little voice sayings and things like that, as well as increasing their stats slightly. And of course, this game, like most, does have events. Currently, there's this contest of strength going on where basically you can, pick a side of the 2 characters who are quote unquote fighting each other and cheer them on, and whoever wins, you get rewarded based off of that. Make sure I collect my quest here today. It's also got a whole storyline with stages to play through. They had one for Halloween, which you could unlock a cool skin for one of the characters and things like that. Oh, that's right. Yep, this game's got skins too. Some of them you have to actually purchase, and then they have a couple they've been given out for free or with the events and things like that. All right. Well, we've come to the end here, except, of course, there is one last thing that we have to go over, and that is summons. And the interesting thing about this game, some of the banners are like normal banners that come out at particular times. Like I'm pretty sure this Investure of Gods banner is here because of the event. However, particularly when it comes to like your basic banners and some of the more limited banners as well, these are based off of how long you've had your account. So in other words, if you start the game today and you come into the summon page, you won't see the same banners as I do, other than I think like this one. I think this one will be there. What that is really interesting, and also allows new players to get the rate ups, the same rate ups that everybody else has. That's pretty cool. Now, also something else to point out is that this game has 2 different kinds of summon tickets. You have select tickets, which you use for select banners like this one. And these select tickets are harder to come by. Yes, you can purchase them in the shop, but you can also earn them through events, or you also get 1 a day for completing your daily quests. So you can get them for free. which is good because the select banners have a higher chance for SSR at 3% rather than 2%. And you have some guarantees here that after your second 10 pull, you get an SSR guaranteed, and then at 7, you're guaranteed to get the rate up character if you have not gotten her already. Whereas your regular ticket banners, they do have rate ups for the characters, but there are no guarantees. Okay, and then you do have also these banners here that are based off of currency you earn in the game: Gnosis, honor from PvP, and then guild contribution. And then if you summon so many times, you're guaranteed to get the SSR partner that is listed there. So having said all that, I do have quite a few tickets and some gems that are just kind of sitting around here. I don't have the 10 select tickets for this banner yet, and I think I'm actually going to wait because I believe there's another healer that's going to be coming soon. I think I'm going to wait on that. However, I don't have Camille yet, so he would be a good addition to have, so that way if I decide to start going with the paladin leader and using lots of tanks and stuff like that, he could be a good addition there. I don't really care about the main character here, Hersey. I do have Finnebeth, however, and she's pretty cool, and I could use some extra shards from her. So you know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and throw a couple tickets at these banners. See what we can get here. Throws you off every time because you have all that rainbow action going on. But really what you're looking for is you guys pulsed once and then... Oh, nope, see. If it had pulsed a second time, that would have meant that I would have gotten SSR. Instead, I just got Rs and SRs. We'll just get through this really quick here. In fact, I got the bare minimum. Ugh. All right, let's try one more time here. See if we can't get something good here. All right, come on now. Give me some more Finnebeth shards. Oops, see, that's what I'm talking about right there. So I do have an SSR. All right, let's see who it is. Oh, of course. The character I didn't really care about. Was that it? Yep, that's it. Oh, well. All right, and so we're going to use 10 more tickets on this one. See if we can't get Camille, because I don't want to risk it on the other one again. All right, come on. Give me a new character. Nope, nothing. Ah, well. The rates for SSRs is only 2%, so it's not super high. Which has kind of gotten to be industry standard, which I don't really like, but what you got to do. All right. Well, in any case, that does it for this video. Hopefully... Oh, I did almost forget. They do also have a battle pass, basically. However, I do have to say that I really like this one. Mainly because the free track, which is the one on top, it has a reward at every single level. And some of them are actually pretty good rewards, like summon tickets or a free character or enough currency to actually buy something in the Battle Pass shop. Now, obviously, I have gotten the purchased the Golden Fortune is what it's called, to get the extra stuff just because I thought it was pretty worth it. But the only thing that's a little bit of a bummer is they do have a limit on how much XP you can earn for your Battle Pass each week. But at the same time, though, I still have to say that this is one of the better Battle Passes I have actually seen. So many of them require you to grind your face off to get even a single level. Whereas this one, man, you just do your dailies and you're getting levels, you're getting rewards, and it's pretty cool. Okay, now we're done. So thank you all so much for watching. I just hope hope you enjoyed yourself. And well, as always, if you did, be sure to give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. Laters.